Well, good morning, everyone. Good day. It's sunny outside here in my neck of the woods in Ashland County. I hope it's sunny where you are. Temperature is supposed to be low 50s today, so maybe we'll get a chance to get out and do a little walking um, and being able to wave to our neighbors from a distance. But anyway, it's good to see the sun. I want to give you an update on some things. First, I just want to tell you we continue to do our best to be in ministry as a church, making phone calls to people, online components, and I'll talk about that schedule in a minute. It's our week, actually, for Project Access, and thanks to Faye and Lee Weatherby for calling folks at our friends at Access, seeing who needs what, and they're gathering that food together. And at some point here, later today, possibly tomorrow, I will be taking that around to the folks who are being housed by Access, dropping that off on their doorstep. So we're continuing to do our best to be in ministry in this time. Just a little update, reminder of the fact that we are doing some online things together. I understand not everyone has access to that, but we're trying to do our best to make things available. So we're doing Uniontown Bible Study as a Zoom meeting Monday nights at 7. I post links on Facebook on that, and then also been sending out email links to people. Same thing with Tuesday morning Bible study that we have had at Downtown Perk, but now we're doing that online from 10 to 11. And those have actually been pretty good experiences, I found. I think at first a little awkwardness because it was a new experience, but we've done this now for a couple of weeks. It's been very interesting. So please join us. So we're glad to have you join us. Invite anyone. You know, this is not limited to Methodists. We're glad to have anyone. In fact, Monday night I had a longtime old friend from a previous church I served join us on Monday night. So we're glad to have anybody and everybody join us. You're going to our Director of Volunteer Ministries, Coordinator of Volunteer Ministries, Lindsay Funtick, is going to be doing some things online as well. I think some meditative kinds of things. Pastor Tom continues to do a midweek update that I actually have. I have today's in my email, and we'll be posting that on social media a little bit later, so you'll be able to read something from him as he ponders our situation in this time. Saturday morning, last Saturday at 10 in the morning, we had just coffee and conversation. Lindsay and I joined whoever wanted to join us. We must have had about 15 of us. And for about an hour or so, we just chatted and talked. We talked some serious stuff, but we also just talked about other kinds of things, small talk, and it was a good time. So please join us every Saturday at 10 in the morning. And then, of course, we're going to be doing worship on Sunday mornings, trying to, this week, hopefully this week, we'll have some music as well in reference to the sermon. Our musicians are ready and able and going to do it. The question will be whether my technology skills will make it possible. That is not certain, but we'll see and we'll hope. Let me talk a little bit about worship. Again, the bishop has urged us not to worship in person until further notice. And I think, to be honest, I've been looking at, I've been, watching the news conference each day from our governor and from our chief medical officer, Dr. Amy Acton, who I think both of them have been doing such a wonderful job in leading us through this time. And just by trying to read as much as I can, take a look at the latest numbers. I'll tell you what, I never thought I'd learn this much about viruses in my entire life as I've learned in the past week. I will be guided by our bishop, who's been giving us excellent leadership, and we will not be worshiping in person together until we get the go-ahead from her. And also as the governor and Dr. Acton also advise us. But I do just want to tell you, friends, is that we will not be worshiping together in person on Easter Sunday. And I know that's a sad thing. Easter's such a wonderful time gathering together amidst the flowers and the sanctuary and everybody and singing and it's such a joyful celebration. But the reality is it's just not going to happen. I think it was yesterday the governor said that at least as the numbers as they are now, at least as they are now, looks like this thing's going to peak first part of May. And so if it peaks the first part of May, it still has to go down. You can't immediately lift everything. You've got to wait for it to start to go down. So, again, we don't know. Things could change. It's a fluid situation, but I seriously doubt that we'll be worshiping together through April and very possibly at least part of May, if not all of it. But again, I will be guided by others who are more in tune with what's going on and know more of what's going on than I do. But I think that's just the reality of it. I think we're going to be in this now for for several more weeks, not just another 2 or 3. But we will continue to do our best to work through it and continue to do what we can to love God and love others in the midst of this. Jesus says that the 2 greatest commandments in the law are to love God with everything we have and to love our neighbor as ourselves. And social distancing is the way we love our neighbors. We've gotten our neighbors and our friends and family. I've got some family who are out there that are working, who have to work. That's where they are. They need to be at work. They don't have the luxury of staying at home like a lot of us do. So we need to love them by being here, being at home, and going out only when we need to. And so this is the way we love our neighbor in this time. And it's a good way to love our neighbor and to be considerate of them. There's still things we can do to support our local businesses. There are businesses doing carry out and are actually, you pick that up in a social distancing kind of way. They either come out or you go in one at a time. And there are restaurants that are doing that in town. So if we get a chance to patronize them and help them out, let's make sure that we do that. And there are other ways to help out as well in this time. So let's love our neighbors by staying in and doing our best to glorify God in this time of social distancing. So friends, again, this is the update. Not much different, just some reaffirmations and reaffirming. Again, let me reiterate that anytime you want to call me for any reason, please call my cell phone number that's listed in the directory. I am glad to talk with you about anything serious, or just if you want to call and shoot the breeze for a while. I'm glad to do that with you. Let's see what we can do to use this time for the glory of God, even though it's different times for us. So friends, that's where we are. Another day for us to be in ministry, another day for us to love God and to love our neighbor. And we can do that from the comfort from our homes in this time. So thank you. Have a good day, and we'll see you online. We'll just continue to pray for one another. And just to let you know also, Brenda she has been going into the office, but the office is locked down and she's basically the only one there. So she should be in pretty good shape, but she's continuing to work, doing what she needs to do for us and on behalf of us. So friends, have a good day.